Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a get ready with me to go to IKEA. So I know I haven't posted in forever because I just have been so busy with life, but also that is not an excuse. I have told myself that I've wanted to make YouTube videos for so long and I keep breaking that promise to myself. So this year, with everything changing in my life and changing for the good, I really want to stand by my promise to make more YouTube videos. So hopefully you guys will be seeing more of me in the next couple of months. I will say that the last month I've been extremely busy and trying to vlog and make TikTok videos, but I have been very distracted because we actually bought a home, and me and my fiance are both first-time home buyers, so it was a very confusing and scary time for us because we're like, this is our first time signing all these papers, spending all this money. Like, we were like really scared, but shout outs to our real estate agent for guiding us and really making this situation as comfortable as possible. She was awesome, and yeah, now it's been 2 weeks officially since we moved in. I'm gonna be using this in my hair. Oh yeah, so I just showered because I didn't get to shower last night, and I'm putting this stuff in my hair before I blow dry it. And today we're gonna go to obviously IKEA, and then hopefully that's it. Me and my fiance have been running around like chickens. We'll pick one place to go to that day for whatever reason for a house, and then we're like, you know what, let's do this, let's do that, let's do this, and then we end up having the entire day filled up, which I don't know, I don't think it's a good idea. We're constantly exhausted. Before I blow dry my hair, I'm gonna brush my teeth first. Also, I went to my ortho yesterday and I told her that I wasn't doing my rubber bands full time, and she came out with new ones that are supposed to be tighter, and I'm like, girl, please. I know it's my bad though. I should have worn my rubber bands more often, but I just keep forgetting after I ate, and now I'm stuck with tighter rubber bands that hurt more. Let's do my skincare before blow drying my hair. So we're gonna start with this Stone Cropped Hydrating Mist, which is kind of like a toner that I got from my spa place. What I wanted to talk about in this video was media that I consumed this week. Let's start off with some books that I read and finished. First book is The Reappearance of Rachel Price by Holly Jackson. I read the physical book of this and I was shocked at what actually happened in the end, because I'm normally really good at predicting thrillers / mysteries because I've read so much in my years of reading, and I was kind of shocked and taken aback at the end. I will say that the main character kind of annoyed me for 40% of the book. I think it's because she was so pessimistic, paranoid, and she didn't want to open up to anyone, especially Rachel Price, who is her mother, who disappeared 16 years ago. I mean, overall, I gave it a 3.5. I thought it was good. I just thought it was a little long for what it could have been. It's around 430 pages. I feel like it could have been a 380 page book. That's just my opinion though. Overall, I love Holly Jackson's writing. I love A Good Girl's Guide to Murder series, so I highly recommend reading this one if you have read A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. If you haven't read A Good Girl's Guide to Murder series, I definitely recommend that one. That is one of my holy grail series, and I recommend it to everyone who is willing to read it. Next skincare step is this one. It's the Colorescience All Calm Serum. Okay, so yeah, I read that book. And then I am currently listening to Zodiac Academy 4. I am on part 1 because I'm listening to the audiobook. And I'm listening to like the graphic audiobook. So there's like music, there's like multiple voice actors. So it's really immersive is what I'm trying to say. And I really enjoy it. I am about to finish part 1, and part 1 was I think 11 hours, and then part 2 is 8 hours. So yeah, it's a long book. I will say that the Zodiac Academy I have a love-hate relationship with because of the bullying and the amount of bullying that happens in the first few books. I really had to push through and finish the first 2 books maybe. That's where all the bullying is happening, to be honest with you. Oh, also I'm using Versed moisturizer, and oh man, if you're very sensitive to bullying, I don't know if this series is for you. I am not a huge fan of bullying in any of my books, so especially romance. And this is a urban romantasy, so yeah, not my fave, but I was able to push through, and I just like the silliness of it all. It's a very silly series, but also serious at the same time. You just have to read it to really understand what I'm saying. It has its like funny, silly moments, and it has its like very serious moments, and it's hot and cold, which I actually enjoy since I am currently commuting to my workplace since we've moved further away from both our workplaces. So I needed audiobooks to really keep me entertained on the road since I have to commute like 40 minutes back home. Other media I've been consuming this week has been the new BTS album, Hydrating. I've been listening to that album almost every single day because the first time I listened to it, I didn't really like majority of the songs. And then I listened to it again and again and again and again. And now I like majority of the songs. And disclaimer, I've been a BTS fan since, I don't know, like since they first came out with music. I remember discovering them because I was a really huge K-pop fan, like back in early high school, middle school. And I remember discovering them and I was like, who are these guys? And then their music was more like hip-hop rap at that point. And even though that was the case, I still like their music. Like, I'm pretty sure my Spotify playlist, like my earliest Spotify playlist, I have like their first song on there. Did I show this? I'm using the Prequel's physical sunscreen. But I think my favorite songs currently on the album are Body to Body and 2.0. And obviously number 29. If you know, you know. And yes, we are going to the BTS concert. We're actually going to 2, one in Stanford and one in Vegas. So I'm very excited for both. I think I'm more excited for Vegas because it's like you're traveling to go see them and it's Vegas, so I'm pretty sure we're gonna have some good eats while we're there, even though it's gonna be a very short period of time that we're there. Okay, I'm gonna do my hair, so it's gonna be a quick speed run over music. Dried my hair like 80%, and what I'm gonna do is I'm going to brush it out, and this is what I normally do when I'm not trying to do like my entire head of hair. I mean, when I try to not style my entire head of hair, this is what I do, and this is what I normally do when it's like a work day and I'm like, I'm not trying to do all that, but I do want a little bit of something in my hair, so, okay. So she's all brushed, and you know, it's like a little bit wet at the end, but that's fine as long as the roots are dry. And then I'm gonna remove this blow dryer attachment, and I'm gonna put this larger, like, curling attachment on. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the front pieces, my front face framing pieces, and then I'm gonna curl them. Okay. And then that normally gives me like a little bit of like that swoop. So my face is like framed a little bit better. And then I do the same on the other side. And it's basically like putting like curlers into your face framing pieces and then blow drying them, but this is a faster method. And then it'll kind of like blend in with the rest of my hair, and that's how I get these like more framed front pieces. Today I am not doing any makeup because we're probably gonna be moving around, building things, sweating, and I have been breaking out a little bit and I just don't want to risk sweating in my makeup and just like causing more issues with my skin. So this is my hair, and then for my face I'm gonna put a little bit of makeup on, and that normally entails a lippy. So I've been using this Lip Ivy by NYX, and it's supposed to stain your lips. And what I normally do is I put it all over my lips, wait 10 minutes, and then wipe it off. But what I have been doing the past week is I just like dab it a little bit all over, and then I wipe it. I like spread it all over my lips, and then you have this color. And then once this layer comes off, there's like a slight stain, and I think that is really nice. Okay, let's talk about other music I've been listening to this week. I've been listening to the new Harry Styles album. On that album, my favorite song, honestly, I forgot the name of it already, but I think it's Ready, Steady, Go, and there's another song I really like, but I'll put it up here somewhere. And I'm gonna do my brows a little bit, just underneath. For some definition. And then brush it out. Nothing too crazy. And then that's pretty much it for my makeup for the day. And then scent. This is gonna be hard because I have a couple of scents that I have really liked. I think I'm gonna go with Deadpool's Sunlit Blooms. This is a spring summer scent, and I feel like we're approaching that season already. I don't know if we have we approached spring already? Future Sally, fact check that. But other things I've been consuming this week has been The Rookie. We've been caught up with The Rookie. I cannot hype up The Rookie enough. I feel like everyone should be watching The Rookie. And then we've been watching a lot of anime, we've been watching Bleach, Fire Force, trying to catch up to that. We watched Knives Out 3 yesterday, and I thought that was okay. I'm actually just not a religious person at all, so watching that, I was like, interesting. And it was kind of long for us. It was like 2.5 hours, which I felt like it could have been like an hour and 45 minutes. But I love the Knives Out, what would you call it, like a series or universe? I love the Knives Out universe. I love Daniel Craig, so I'll continue watching the Knives Out movies if they still continue with it. Anyways, that's all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and look out for more videos because like I said, I promised myself that I will be making more YouTube videos this year. So subscribe if you want, like and comment. You know the vibes, and I'll see you